go on the internet?
This is live on YouTube.
Oh, you're doing this live. This is somebody watching this right now.
Yeah, somebody could. Oh, you got it warrants? I should ask that first.
Not anymore.
I'm waiting for the mic. Waiting for the one where I get the call.
Yeah,
and
no.
then the FBI comes and
I've had yeah. I mean,
tape.
I had my run it.
Good job.
No, well, yeah.
Hi. You look like it.
Right, thank you.
People's mic. How about turn the music off, Jerry? Turn the music off. Yeah. Hi. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of People's Mic. Introduce yourself.
My name is Paul. I just walked in here, and it's
Yeah.
my first time with People's Podcast.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
He's more excited about this than
I am super. You will be. By the end, you will be, because you made my day.
I mean, I like the idea. I like the concept. I can only imagine like 5 people are watching.
That's it. If that, it's Barack Obama. He's our only viewer.
No,
But in a year, it's gonna be 50,000.
That's
Like
it.
one
What
thing's gonna
number
happen.
will make you happy? Because I used to do this kind of shit, and then I was like, well, what if 5's just?
It's
What if 5 is the victory?
It's more cool. I don't know. I just
What
like
are your
doing-
goals
I
in
don't
life?
know. I want to see a whole bunch of these and then look back and be like, yo, I did a lot of shit. I don't care about those.
So you're like busy for busy's sake?
Yeah.
Blind ambition?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I'm very calculated with the shit I do.
Some people are, and I was like, I don't care about the numbers because I like to keep. I like to look back on it and be like, hey, look what I added to it. Look what
No,
I
that's
did.
good. I like
Look how
the
it
concept of curating content. It's a good idea. So
Yeah.
I put myself in front of a lot of cameras and it just seemed ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then I look back and at the very least I enjoy watching it.
Absolutely.
And that's something.
I-
There might be some narcissism there, but that comes with the territory where if you're going to be in this
I want to
game.
be great at, of course, comedy, but of course, the social media aspect of it.
Oh, I fucking hate social media.
There's
I hate
holes in it.
Oh, I
There's-
hate it.
But like blogging, I'm not good at. I
No.
don't. There's no. There's
think
things I like. Like if I was a better editor,
Yeah.
I'd put more videos up like this. Like this is easy. Like I can post that up.
Yeah.
The things that I would like to happen, I can add to it.
Right.
When this grows and the production's right, you can of course grow. But I like this. I like to do as much as I can with as much control.
I can't stand social media.
No.
I'm off Facebook.
Yeah.
I was on. Every so often I'll log in just to see what my ex-wife's up to, and but then you like immediately get
Yeah.
off. You
Yeah.
fucking deactivate.
Yeah.
But I always activate and deactivate. So Mark Zuckerberg's probably got this log in his thing of some guy out in the middle of the woods of Oklahoma who's got an account for half a day and then he doesn't have an
You
account
can
to end.
deactivate. That's
You
crazy.
you can delete. The delete is the hard. That's
Okay.
death.
Okay.
There's death. Like you kill yourself on Facebook and there's no resurrection.
Wow.
But then there's the soft deactivate where you're just
Yeah,
not
just
visible.
hold it. Yeah.
You're in a holding pattern. All your friends are still there. It's
Yeah.
waiting for
I
you.
tried that.
That's off though. That's so like if you really want to blow your brains out on
Yeah.
Facebook, you got to do the delete.
The
And
hard
they
one.
give you like a 40-day countdown.
Yeah, they say you
They're
sure.
gonna hit you short.
Yeah.
They give you a 40-day window, and they'll email you 15 days out. They'll be like, "This thing's going. Like you're
Yeah.
going to die. Like,
Yeah.
we're pulling all the wires.
Wow.
No turning back." And I did that. So if I log into Facebook, it's like I got 0
I
friends.
had an old account, which before this kind of social media of this super promotion, right? I used to throw
Yeah.
parties in college, and I used to like invite. There was a limit of how many people you could invite.
Okay.
So it was like 50 people. I was like,
Is that just a fire code or something?
I don't a limit to Facebook, like how many
Oh, right,
invites you
right,
get
right,
per day.
okay,
and then they limited, like, hey, you're doing too much.
Yeah,
you're inviting
yeah.
too many people. But I was like, I know thousands of people. I'm in college, right? And I was like, cool. You can tell at that time that they never promoted a party. Like
Right.
they weren't a social person.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg probably
Yeah.
couldn't get fined 50
No,
people to come to a
absolutely
freaking
not.
party. That
he was,
would
he was
have.
like, that's too many. You're
You
doing
want to come
too
to
much.
my little Scrabble championship over in Harvard basement?
Yeah, I was like, who is running this shit that you think that we're just going to fit? But I used to do that a bunch of times, and then they were like, yeah, we're deleting your account.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah,
they
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 deleted
call
that.
foul play. Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
they
So you've been like
I've been deleted.
You've been like thwarted by the
swept,
man.
and I was like, I want that account back because
Yeah.
I like that account.
I don't know. I used to do that. Like I'd have comedy shows. I used to do stand up in the city.
Yeah.
And but you do the invite. It's so depressing when you have a show and then you got to invite your friends. and all that crap. So you like put together like an event, like Paul's having a show,
Yeah.
like come watch me fucking tell jokes,
Yeah.
because I can't.
You have your core, and then you make sure that the amount of people you need are there,
Yeah.
and then you invite them out.
I just want to be so ridiculously good that like somebody's like, I want to do that for you. You know, like I want
That's the
to.
point. That's the goal.
I'd rather just be like,
The machine.
just go into a room and like some Jew in fucking LA is just like, I need this guy on everything I own.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And he does everything. Like I just need that
But you
one
got to talk
event.
enough until they find you. That's
Yeah,
the point.
I hear you, and
You know?
yeah, and I know about New York. Like getting stage time here is so hard. It's very hard. And,
How long you been there?
I used to
do the
live
origin
here.
story. Where you
Huh?
from? Where'd you start?
I used to live in New York for like 10 years. I've been gone out of this. I've been out of the New York comedy scene for like 7 or 8 years. I was back when Mark Norman, Dan St. Germain, all those guys are now in LA. They got spots and everything. I thought they were all right. I got like a Montreal audition my first year. But I blew it. Like I got drunk the night before. I showed up a week late for work.
Beautiful.
Because I'm like, I'm gonna go to Montreal. Like, what do I have to? I was working at Morgan Stanley, and that's how I got into comedy. Because I was walking around all these comedy clubs. I hated my job, hated it, and so I was like, I'll do these stand-up shows. And so I
You
started.
just
doing
walked
that.
into one.
Well, I started doing the mics. I took a class. That's so.
You took the class.
I can't. I fucking took a class. I took 3 classes. I was like, it's so lame. But
I don't know how
I
got
hated myself
around.
the second I got into the classes.
I did stand up and acting. So in a film school, I took some acting classes.
Oh, okay.
And then we had to do write a stand up set.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
never
yeah.
actually took I started in Philly, so
Philly's a great city.
when
We
I
should go back to
met
Philly.
when I met the guy who was teaching classes, I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to learn from that guy. You know?
Right.
Just like I want to learn from a monster.
Yeah, maybe it was. I had a woman. I don't want to. This is going to get controversial, but I had a female teacher. I don't think female comics are that good.
God damn.
Sorry, I'm sorry I went there, but there's like
All
one hand.
there's not one. There's not
There's
one.
the
You're
broad
like,
brush.
she's hilarious. You're right on time. You
Yeah.
know when you start talking shit, one comes in the room and she's like, "What the fuck are we talking about?" Same with black people. We talk about black people.
I'll talk about black people all day long. I got problems with black people.
What
I
you
got
just said,
problems.
so
I
she
got problems
can
with
argue.
I was
Come
just,
here, Andy. You want to hang out with me? Come,
Okay, it's too
please.
weird to just watch 2 guys in a
Yeah, just in an empty room.
So how's this work? You're gonna boot me off stage?
No, you're here. You're here. I got an empty seat.
Oh, yeah.
Jumps on. So this is so super relaxed. I want
I'm like nervous. I got kicked out of a strip club last night.
That's what this is right now.
Yeah,
This
No,
is
it's
about
not.
This is your
I
punishment.
guarantee you. You look like a Victorian, like
She does.
prudish 19th
Like
century.
I did not come to this podcast to be honest.
No, I'm putting compliments.
This is
I'm
Yeah.
so upsetting.
I'm
You
complimenting
look
you.
like a vampire hunter or like a. it's
What
your
time's
style.
the funeral?
Shut
Come on, stop.
Shut the fuck
Stop.
up.
It's
Introduce yourself. Come here.
Hi, my name's Anna
Hey, move
Bianco.
over. Get in this.
No, this is my good half.
This is
of
your
it.
good ass. Now, so you represent all women now.
That's
so
fair.
what you said.
Oh yeah, I was saying women aren't funny. I don't find them funny. Like
Sounds
well,
like a you problem.
it could be. It is a you. It's a me problem. That's a very diplomatic way. I'll totally agree. I'll fall on the sword for that. That's a me problem. I just can't find myself. Yeah, no, I don't know what it is.
I did a
There are women who have made me laugh, but it's unfortunate. You're almost like, I don't know. I can't. Well, I have to see your material. A lot of times, all right.
No,
First of
I'm
all,
not funny. That's not the issue.
I'm not saying, but like a lot of times the broads will get up on stage and just be like, there's just like talk about the period or some kind of. They just go like into horror territory, like 0 to horror, like in 5 seconds.
There is so much to unpack in 0 to 4.
Yeah.
I didn't know
And
what I was
don't
doing.
know.
Sometimes, you know what?
But I think like I'm so old fashioned though. I came out of a time portal or something. I should be born in I would have been better in like the 1850s. This is not my year.
I feel like women have to be funnier than men because there's a
Oh, no,
scientific,
I'm
there's a
listening
scientific
to this.
study that says women talk 1,500 words per second.
Well, that's
Right.
that's
And
that's
men-
their problem. That's not a good thing.
But men listen at 500 words per second.
Where's
So I don't
this
think it's.
report? Which lab coat?
I did this when I
this
first
fall
started
out?
comedy. It was like because I was like, why do men think that women aren't funny? But then
Yeah.
that came up, and I was like, overall, it makes sense.
Well, all humor is subjective, right? It's about like your experience. So you maybe don't think women are so funny because you're not super familiar with like the female experience or interested in it.
No, I mean that's right. But okay. To your point though, this is gonna get philosophical though because you're saying it's subjective. I think so that you know the phrase "truth in comedy," like it's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
All right, so I believe in an objective truth. This is gonna, and now in today's world, like everybody's got personal truths. So like this is true for me, and like I feel like a woman on Thursday, so I'm gonna dress like this, and I'm a guy on Friday, and everything's like
Everybody does that,
wishy-washy.
really.
But we're kind of blurring the lines at this point in 2019 with like everybody's got a personal set of truths. But I believe in like objective truth. Like you can 2 + 2 = 4. Like you can believe it equals 5. You can feel it equals 5. It's fucking 4. And that's and that line of truth is objective. So you're right in saying there's a subjective. Man, there's so. This is why I almost blew my brains out like getting into comedy. And I thought about it so much, but now I live in the woods in Oklahoma. I have a cabin.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm gonna go to LA. Like I'm gonna do
You're
the,
all over the place. You go.
I have a job where I can work from anywhere. I'm a coder,
Okay.
so I can code. Like I do the computer thing.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
So
no,
you
it
just,
didn't
you're
happen
just
overnight.
in like a.
I just do like the little like
in a box
coding.
in Oklahoma.
yeah. There's cows in my backyard and
Wow.
horses. So I went from the Upper East Side to Oklahoma.
Okay.
It's so good. Are you never mind.
Do it. Ask it.
Nothing.
Ask
No,
it. Please
no,
ask
let's
it.
do it.
Please
Let's
ask it.
do
Do it. Open up the box. That's what you're here for.
Are you educated? Did you go to college?
Two things. This dress goes to people who didn't go. Yeah, to college.
I just wanted to know. Like I think that's.
Your tone is anything you say is going to be offensive from this point on. Are you educated?
I mean, it
Can you
doesn't
read?
happen all the time. Where I
Are
live,
you illiterate?
I live in the woods. Not all the women go to college. They like have children at like 17. They have like tons of them. It's awesome.
Damn.
You're too busy to come sit in a dark room if you have children when you're 17.
No, well, yeah, no, you don't have like 17 children, or you're not 17, are you? Well, how old are you?
I'm 25.
You're like an NYU grad, though, right?
Yes.
Obviously.
You want to be reading women.
Hold on, let me guess the major. Should I guess the major? Let's guess the major. Double major, obviously ambitious. Psychology and communications?
No.
Not even close.
No.
Literature. American lit?
No.
Fucking, what did you do, science?
No.
Did you go to school? Like, what were you studying? Just spending whole days in the
I'm an
cafeteria?
actor.
It's New York. That's
I
right.
keep forgetting it's like called school. Like you said you went to college and then you said I was in film school or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
was in film school.
that's like camp.
But
That's so much
I
fun.
did,
That's not-
I did graphic design, minor graphic design.
Yeah, that's
African American studies. Yeah, I was all over the place too.
acting
I
is
didn't- I didn't-
acting's a craft, but it's not. I don't like.
I
the
thought I was
idea.
gonna make movies, and then when I took a film class and I saw the presentation of African American films, I wanted to be in. I was switching lanes to make sure I had a great presentation, so I went in graphic design, and then I didn't really do shit with it because I wanted to throw parties and I got into this shit and then radio.
I went to Cornell and my parents were like, "There's no way you're taking an acting class." I had to take like a real major. Not from their standpoint. I wanted to do acting. I'm back.
I took acting. What was the transition? I got on stage because I thought it was. Kind of got into comedy because I thought it was going to be cheaper acting classes. They were like, you should get on stage and get in front of people. It's like acting.
But acting sucks because you always have to read somebody else's stuff. Stand-up's better because you can write your own script, so to speak. You get all the things. Stand-up's better. It's just I don't even watch movies anymore. I call them juvies. The whole
What?
industry is just like completely.
What?
It's just.
Wait, break down that word. What words are being combined there?
Jews.
Tell me more. What does that mean?
Jews run Hollywood? I don't know. I mean,
That's actually the name of the podcast today, which is a great word. Juvies.
Jews.
Wait.
Are you offended? No.
I think you're stupid.
This is stupid word. You don't like it. Juvies.
Juvies.
You just said women aren't funny and there's objective truth,
Right,
but
right.
the Jews run Hollywood.
That's objectively true. I can find like. Are you laughing like?
I wish
Are you
we were.
cackling or laughing like we've got it? We've got the.
What is wrong with you?
But you mentioned Oklahoma in a box.
I don't have to. Yeah, I'm safe. Like I'm good. I don't
He
have
comes
to.
in and he says, "Hey, these are ideas that I had." And then
I got kicked out of a strict. Yeah, objective truth. But that's true though. The Jews do run a holiday. I'm not saying that's their mandate. Like they have to do something, right? They can't.
What?
They
Their
can't.
mandate?
They
Yeah,
got
they
run
run the show. That's their show.
No.
All right, counter,
Rich people
counter.
run Hollywood, but that's not like the Venn diagram has overlap, but it's not exclusively Jewish.
The stereotype is that they run out.
Yeah.
That's the stereotype.
The stereotype is sometimes usually based on truth. Not all of them. Not all of them. There are a lot of stereotypes that are just out there. But 9 times out of 10, like if you picture like an Asian guy pissing in the street, you can picture it
Definitely a
because-
secret society. I
Oh
believe.
yeah, dude.
That-
So that's another
that-
reason why I'm big into conspiracy. Like
Yeah.
I lived in
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I took a class in college, and then that had me watch movies differently. And they were like, I keep forgetting the word.
Predictive programming?
Not programming, but adjust us to different
Yeah.
ideas.
Ever since I stopped watching all the.
Because there's certain movies, and they'll say if this is in the movie, this idea is like if you see the Capitol, it's like something that's coming with the government.
Foreshadowing? Yeah.
There's always like certain
So it's like a symbolism
montages.
class?
Yeah, symbolism. So there's certain montages you'll see in movies and be like, why was that in there? It was like a picture of the Capitol, or a picture of pyramids or something like that.
Yeah, that's
like,
the Illuminati. They always have that.
Yeah, it'll be like a
The
flash.
cap
Even the first one that made me go, oh shit, was in Bad Boys. And they were on the wall. They have all the wanted signs, and this is before 9/11. And they had just regular like drug kingpins, and
Yeah.
then they had Osama bin Laden, and then out of nowhere, just a little shot in the middle of Bad Boys. You can go back and see
Oh,
it.
dude, that's all over. This is gonna get a lot more views now. If you go on the conspiracy thread, people like you say like stand-up comedy, nobody will watch it. You say like 9/11 conspiracy.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't want a guy in black to come in with a fucking boom and
You went
walk
too
out.
far.
Nah, you went too far. I want them to put like hit me with the mind forget drug, and I don't want none of that.
Like, would you take fame if
You
it,
want?
Oh my god. Okay, busted.
Come in.
would you sell your soul? Like, would you be like one of the
I want to get
Freemasons?
as close to the line as there was a guy in I did so much dumb shit in college. There was a guy who had like he was in a fraternity, and
Yeah.
they were like all the Freemasons were trying to get him to join, and then
Yeah.
he had all these books, and I picked up one of the books, and it was like the book from remember Heroes, the cartoon guy.
Maybe. Not
He had
really,
all
but-
the future shit. It was like Obama was in it. It was like 2000. It was like a black president and all this other stuff was supposed to happen. And I was like, I should put this book away.
Yeah.
He was like, these are books that were like supposed to be
That's not so
illegal.
crazy.
Dude, I don't know. It just.
Wait, hold on. How is that not crazy? That's insane.
To think that a black president was gonna happen, like the demographics of the country are changing. It
It
seems
was like a little thing that I can't. Just,
No, they
I was
moved
looking
from. There's a
through the book,
movie
I was like,
from 1940.
Yeah.
1940 is a movie. It's about a guy who comes into a town. He's like a snake oil salesman. His name is Trump. All right. He's gonna save the people from like foreign invasions. He's gonna build a wall and they kill him. Wow. They shoot him. But like there's so much of that in Lebowski, the Big Lebowski scene in this movie. So Jeff Bridges is writing a check, you know, and George Washington, George Washington, me and my fucking president, George Bush
Yeah.
is on the television and he's giving a speech about like the 10,000 points of light, and Lebowski writes a check and the date 9/11. The 9/11 date shows up in so many movies. Back to the Future, it's all over.
Huh.
Back to the Future, 9/11
Wow.
predictive programming.
But that
9/11
doesn't mean
pops
that
up
you're
everywhere.
predicting 9/11. That just means maybe there's something about that number that.
Right, so there's like an occultic organization at the top. They love numbers.
No,
They're
but
really
like
into it.
Osama bin Laden went to school in the West. Like he would have seen that number a lot. Maybe that's why he chose it, because somewhere in the back of his head he was like, oh, this is a good day. side of the Big Lebowski.
Oh, so you're buying hook, line, and sinker, like what the media says. Like you believe the news.
That's me. I just love the news.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
I love the news.
That's another personal problem of mine. I'm just I'm calling bullshit on the news like all day long. I don't watch that. At
Did
all.
you see Vice? Have you seen Vice?
I don't watch. What do you mean, Vice News?
Vice is the Dick Cheney biopic.
No, I don't watch movies.
No.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot. This
I don't
whole
watch
thing just
movies,
seems like
I
a
don't-
lot of work for very little payoff.
What do you mean? Like I'm just like dismissing so many different things. It actually
Yeah.
kind of liberates your
No,
creativity.
not that. I
when
mean
you
this
don't-
conspiracy theory that like all these people are going into setting up the world. That's a lot of work for like
It
a
just makes me
totally
feel
fine
less
world.
awful about not paying my taxes. You know, if like you just don't get around to it. You know, like I'll get around to paying my taxes, but like they'll get around to maybe showing us a little bit better footage of that moon landing. Well, you just gotta see that.
Why
one
do
more
you care
time.
about
Why
the
not?
moon landing? Pay for roads.
I don't like it. Are you indifferent? Are you just one of these blase like indifference?
I
You
care
need to-
more
you need
about
to care.
road working than the moon landing.
You're which birthday?
Make
May 20th. Gemini?
and then like
Cancer?
Taurus. Is that your birthday?
No,
Huh.
I was clapping.
Just clapping. Doug just supports. Like there's people who you just.
This guy seems like he knows what's up. Are you like one of those
ground?
conspiracy guys?
I think that you're wasting your time thinking about the moon landing.
I didn't waste too much time. I wasted like 15 minutes, but then I. But
I
then
mean,
once
even if they,
you gotta make a call.
The point of them faking the moon landing is just to trick the rest of the world that we got there
Exactly. It's just
Right?
to end the Cold War. It's not like
So,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter if we did it or not.
first. If we cheated, America's big cheats.
But I.
You know?
There's so much. This is why I live in the woods, though, because
Yeah.
I need to have my way
Really?
of thinking of the world.
But you should worry about 9/11 though. That is one thing.
It was totally inside job.
Well, I don't know about that.
You think it was just two planes and then
No, that was CGI.
Think it was
Yeah,
CGI.
it was CGI.
So
That's a
nobody
lot.
died.
That's a lot of people to lie about having seen.
There's tons of Freemasons. Like, there's like more. There was an anti-Masonic party in 1830 that ran against like this political organization, just one of the not Democrat, not Republican, just like anti-Masonic, and they just shut their doors. They're like, there's way too many Masons. It was already overly saturated in the government and the military with Masons that they gave up in 1830. You think it's like less saturated now, and there's just a lot of good old
Dude,
boys,
I've
and
been to the Masonic library. It's just a normal library.
you are their like mascot. They love you. You just like they love you. They love you. They
We are
pay
very
you.
different.
Yeah,
They pay
I like
you.
this. I like it.
know.
I like it. I like it.
You're the person. You should be a newscaster. Just goes on the air and says everything's fine. Freemasonry's great, and they do that now. They have these little. Even if you do YouTube,
I only watch the news before they edit it in the morning.
if you go on YouTube and you
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
you Google.
You have to
So
watch
the
it.
news is wrong
Now
on
they start to
YouTube, they
come
got
up
you back.
with
That's fine.
they come up with little snippets of information about like Freemasons, moon landing, any kind of conspiratorial thing. About
You
Google.
getting the information from YouTube is too loud. Like you don't know.
Jimmy, there's a volume button.
It's too much. It's too much.
I call it. You know what I call it?
I like watching the news before.
I don't call it YouTube. I call it YouTube. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Did you feel cringe? She's not even Jewish. She just cringes. 'Cause I called her. I thought she was Jewish before. She's like, I'm not Jewish.
You're not Jewish.
Right?
Right? Fuck.
Looks like a direct descendant of Anne Frank. Like,
I've been doing a joke now, and it starts with this guy saying you're always Jewish because I look so much like him.
yeah, fuck.
There's a lot of meat on the Anne Frank film. There's a lot there. Comedically, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot.
It's hard with the noses on both sides of the war.
I tell you.
There's actually a conspiracy like that book
Cool.
might have been ghostwritten.
Cool.
The Anne Frank book.
Frank?
Like
But
I
why is
went
it so unbelievable that like, the book's not written especially well? It's just like a nice experience.
for a nice experience.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Not like sleeping
Oh,
with
this is great. You know what I like to do with my Sundays? Hiding in a cupboard.
Why is it so much more believable that there's
Guys, if you can grab a chair from the outside, whatever chairs are out there, just bring them. We gotta take them back after the mic. No, this is good. I need to break up that. What was I gonna say? That's,
Anne Frank was ghostwritten. Go ahead.
But why is it that's so much work for something that's totally believably written by a child?
Yeah. I just like the truth. Like even if it takes
there's
something.
You have no proof.
somebody. No, I don't think a child wrote the book.
Oh, it was heavily edited. Her dad definitely.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. Like actors do their performance, but really the editor makes the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no chairs out there.
There's no.
There's like 2 chairs.
Yeah, whatever. We'll make it work. We'll sit on the floor. We'll be together.
What happened to all the chairs?
They have it's New Year's Eve, so they have an event here because unlike comedians, like real people party and shit.
No.
So they're gonna have a big party and they put all the chairs outside. Do you believe in aliens?
No. Do you?
I mean, statistically, there's probably an alien somewhere, but I think that if we ever meet them, we're fucked. I mean, like, look at what people did every time they went to a new place. They like took stuff.
I feel like all of our monster movies are alien races.
Races against aliens?
No, just like vampires. I believe there's
Oh.
an alien race of vampires or.
And I'm the guy who's nuts. Like,
Well,
I'm the crazy one because I think that
These things had to come from somewhere, like the Loch Ness monster, all that shit. I think
Well,
we just.
vampires
they're
are
aliens.
like people who would die of tuberculosis and then get buried. And when you dig them up afterwards, you'd see like blood around the mouth a lot of the time. Sometimes they would actually be sitting up physically. And so like there are.
Zombies.
Have you guys ever looked into?
Yeah,
Have you ever
they're
looked
zombies.
into the flat Earth? Have you done the flat Earth? Have you taken that ride?
No, not at all.
It's a good ride.
Not at all.
It's like the capstone of all conspiracies.
No.
Like if you
I'm good. I'm good.
oh man.
I'm good.
Nobody, everybody wants to sleep in like a little spaceship
Flat
and like
earthers.
have their massive
Wait,
PJs.
you
They
said
want that to
you
all be
want to
real.
sleep in their spaceship. You live in a place like a house in Oklahoma. As
No,
far
but that's
away from
real.
me.
Like I milk fucking cows for actual milk. Like things happen and like it's real. Like
So
I
how do you
just-
believe that the Earth is flat?
It's
Cows.
tough. Like I'm like
Do you believe in God?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a biblical interpretation.
Most white guys don't. That's.
Most white guys. Is there any broader brush
Yeah.
I can get with? Most white guys don't believe in God.
Most white guys.
Case in point, it's
Women are funny. You know, women
By the
are funny
rubies,
guys.
right? I did open this
White
thing by
guys
saying,
go from 0 to sucking dick so fast. You gotta, yeah. That's what I do. So fast.
that's you're clearly one of those clean comics.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
blaspheming.
No, man. A lot of good, right?
I was talking about God with the bathroom.
No, look at
I
that
was
face.
at a, I was at a strip club last night, and I believe in God, but I was looking for my wife, and she's working there.
Your
We're getting
wife?
divorced.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a whore. She's a whore.
This whole.
Uh,
God damn.
But
No.
I got in a fight. Eventually, I just wanted to leave, and I don't know how to leave the place sometimes. If it's a strip club, you're like, how do I get kicked out of here? So I just got in a tango with this guy, and we just started. I've been watching boxing, so I was like, I can be a boxer tonight, you know. And I did. He was giving me grief because he's like, that seat's taken, but nobody was in the seat, and he was from the Dominican Republic, and he had a Latin temper. And so the seat was there. I was like, well, I'm gonna sit in the seat, and then when the guy comes whose seat it is, I'm gonna get up for him, you know? And he didn't like that idea. He's like, get up now. I was like, no, I'm just gonna, and he kept like kind of, and he started getting handsy. I was like, this is awesome. I'll just start freaking going after this guy. So eventually I like throw the seat down and like push him away, and I was like, and I give him one of these things with like, let's go, and then the DJ comes out of the
Is that a
DJ.
Street
The
Fighter?
DJ comes out of the booth, fucking this Rasta man like does a voodoo curse on both of us and kicks me out, and then eventually I like blew my cover. I'm like, my fucking wife works here. This place sucks, you know.
She was
And-
stripper.
yeah.
Oh,
she's
good
a-
job.
Yeah. Well,
They should have known you then. You'd be like, my wife was a stripper.
I haven't seen her in I haven't seen her in like
Oh, you
6
were
months.
with her?
No,
Oh.
no. She was. I'm in the middle of fucking woods in Oklahoma, and she's like texting me like, my stage name tonight was Christmas. Fuck you. Yeah. So I had to go home and just like deal with that and like see it, and now it's not as bad. It's like I had to see it in person, you know. Like I had to see my wife, the
What's
strip.
his name?
The
Give it
strip.
up for Christmas.
Oh, such a terrible. It ruined the whole holiday.
She could give everyone
The
presents.
entire-
That's so nice.
Oh, you naughty or nice?
It's disgusting. You
Oh,
should
but
be a
in the
fucking
world.
stripper. They're hiring. You know.
You're so much fun.
I'm such a miserable fuck. I'm a miserable fuck. I'm so miserable. No,
I gotta start
you should take
screening
the reins. Take the reins.
Yeah, but I do it for this reason. But
This is gonna be your best one though.
It's gonna be okay. This
But-
might be the one that shuts them all down. I'm waiting for that one where they come like, we can't do this anymore. The bar
Where
comes in.
YouTube censors it. They like because they had listeners on YouTube for different sizzle points.
Yeah,
Where they'll go in there.
They're copyrights, but I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to use music. But I'm waiting for the bar to come in and be like, look, we can't. This is too much.
Is this mic hot and it's going out there?
No, not yet.
Oh, that'd
Not
be
yet.
terrible.
We're not gonna be that great. Now.
Okay,
Don't worry about it.
because that would be I would be.
It's
There's
okay.
like women out there working and stuff, and they're trying to.
It should be though. It should
I know that's great, but I
should
just
have a
don't.
button
You
up
don't
here
know
for
you're
that.
saying things back here, and you think you're
Put
talking.
a speaker
you're looking at everybody.
outside so people walking by can know what's going on.
No, I've been. I was in Memphis last week, and I did that. They have speakers like that in Memphis. I play music, so I got on the stage. I was playing some music. This guy gave me his guitar, but you could bark in the people from Beale Street. They're like, "Come on in." So I like finished my song, and there were 4 people in this bar, and then I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna try and bark some audience in." I go, "Half-price margaritas, come on in." And the guy who owns the bar,
That never
he
works.
goes,
Does that ever work?
"No, we don't have half-price margaritas." I was like, oh
Shut
shit.
you down.
Yeah, he's like, we don't have those. And I'm in the fucking middle of Memphis, like, with some other guy's guitar. He's like, no, margaritas. I'm terrible at barking. I barked once for my own show at like freaking, the shitty clubs in Times Square.
Uh-huh.
Where they're like, yeah, you can be a comic. You want to be a comic? Be a comic. And then like stand on a fucking street corner for 8 hours and fucking sell tickets
Like
like
carny
Japanese
shit. Like
people.
some guys have done that.
I did.
I hate
Have you
that
done it?
gig.
I did that.
Yeah.
It's
You
so
look like one of those. You look like a
2014 Broadway
Times Square.
Comedy Club.
Yeah.
where you gotta wear a sign and just be like, come
How
to
was
my
that
show, come show free
It was
tickets.
good. When I hear those guys, I cringe. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's Broadway.
Like that's a
Old guy.
low.
Who's the ringleader of that hustle? He's
I worked for a
Aaron.
guy named Andre Dunn, and we did coke a lot together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a benefit.
Well, fuck you, Peter Wong.
Yeah.
Peter Wong. I'll tell you the story later. Peter Wong made me walk out of my way to find
I think I know
dumplings
Steve. I
in
think it's
Chinatown.
Were they good?
I never found them. I was just walking around Chinatown, getting angrier and angrier at Peter.
You're a
And
fucking idiot.
Then I was like, I didn't want to ask any of the Asians where the Asian restaurant is because I was like, maybe
Because
it's
that
racist.
make too much sense.
Yeah, because I couldn't find one.
2018, you can't navigate yourself to a fucking Chinese restaurant. And I'm a fucking idiot.
Then I was asking, I was like, does anybody know where fucking Vanessa's is? And nobody would make eye contact.
That would be a really good way to get back at you for all the Asian jokes that I might.
Fuck! And then I was like, why are there no Chinese restaurants in Chinatown? None. There's like one that has like ducks in the window. I was like, nobody.
Oh, you're saying you're looking for like the
I want the one in Harlem with the white sign that says Kung Fu.
yes, like King Walk or something.
Yeah.
I'm working on a
That's
whole-
the McDonald's of Chinese restaurants in the hood. Every 2 blocks.
You want
there's a
black
King Wok
Chinese
2, King Wok 1. Right? In Chinatown, none. Just like hole in the wall. They sell like alien meat. It's not even real places. There's like fronts for like the Triad or something. Every store is like the same. I was like, who the fuck shops here? How do you get food from these fucking? Who eats duck in here? Who is
I eat
duck?
duck.
Yes.
You went to
Talking about.
nobody eats duck. Black people don't fucking eat
It's
duck.
the other dark.
That's why we don't serve.
No black
That's why we
person
go to
said, "Can I
Harlem.
have that duck in the window that's
great.
circling around like a kid lynch?"
It's delicious.
They got on to string the fucking duck. I was like, I'm not eating that racist duck.
I could go back.
No, you can't do it.
I was talking about the refund policy on Chinatown bus. And it's ridiculous that they even mention it. I mean, the driver would shoot you and bill your family for the bullet if you gave any kind of any lip.
But they never crash though. Is it?
They never crash and they don't even drive it. They go to the bathroom while the thing's driving. The driver will go to the bathroom while the thing's driving. And
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, I've seen it. They just put a little
They
sticker.
should use the driverless China.
And there's no security on any bus line. Like you could take a Greyhound and they just get mad at you. You're not on the
Those are
bus.
the best.
That you could be working on a pipe bomb, like in the
Absolutely.
terminal, and be like, work on the pipe bomb on the bus.
Remember,
Get on the bus. Do that on the bus.
remember the Feng Hua bus? It was a bus that went from New York to Boston, and it was Chinese, and it was notorious for like crashing. They'd always tip over.
Did it
and-
crash?
and all the time.
Really?
Yeah, you should look it up. They had to stop it because they crashed too many times. I'm serious. It was like a $5 bus ride.
What'd you say, Peter?
Huh?
You ready to text? What the fuck?
Nah, he just showed me a picture of his asshole.
Okay, good job.
No context.
Who's gonna believe you?
you say?
He said, "Who's gonna believe you?" It's totally a picture of his
I
asshole.
hate you guys. I want to be able to flash that on the screen, but here's Peter's asshole.
Get his channel.
We got thank you very
Yeah.
much. You made this everything that I thought it was going to be. Give it up for them one more. Wait, not that yet. I'm sorry. Tell them where they can find you on.
Anna King Bianco on Twitter and Instagram.
Paul, I'm in the woods. Don't look for me. I don't know. I don't do the whole like social. I'm not plugging anything yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be seen yet. I'm not ready to be seen. I'm not ready. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my fucking swan song. I don't know. I just don't want it.
Fucking guy. That's why you.
I don't do the whole. It just ruins art when you promote yourself.
You one of those people that ruins
Yeah.
art.
Money,
It's a business.
shoes, they all ruin
And
art.
that's why.
Money, Jews ruin art.
No, I'm sorry.
I gotta end this before we fucking get into another hole. Give it up for these guys one more time. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimmyPeoples.com. You're on social media. I'm sorry.
I know. Wait, I'm not going. I'm gonna do like first name, last name.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, J Peoples TV. We're here every day, Monday to Friday. It's the New Year. We didn't talk about that at all, but because I hate holidays. And, good job. We won't get into it. We're back here on Wednesday after all the bullshit's over and all the people who died the day before the New Year die. There's always that group of people, right, that don't make it. You ever watch that list?
No.
Okay, just me. What else? The mic. We're here every day. House Shrunken Head, Monday to Friday, 3 o'clock, and we'll go from there. Give it up for them one more time.
Yeah. That's what he does.
Seven all over.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth. It's happening to all of us. We've all been raped by Jim. Man. Raped of my time.